Hello everyone! Welcome to our prize drawing. I'm so excited to be here with you. Let me know if you're joining me. Tell me in the chat and let me know if you're excited about this prize drawing. So I've got the winner. I'm going to be announcing it in just a moment, but I'm going to go through what we're talking about winning, as well as just have a bit of a chat and a catch up because many of you watching might watch our regular show during the year and we're off for the summer at the moment, so it would be great to catch up with you. Let me know what's going on. Are you teaching at the minute? I have a couple of months off in the summer from teaching, so I'm all systems VMT at the moment, as well as working on admin, teaching stuff like the timetable. Who else is making a timetable at the moment? That is the most fun in the world, isn't it? Good morning, Sharon. Great to see you here. Okay, before I get to the prize and the prize pack, part of catching up with you guys, I wanted to make sure that you've all seen the cards that we have. Morning, Tiffin. So we just recently released these cards, and I only really notified everyone on Instagram, I think. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to show you a little bit here, give you a brief overview on YouTube in case you're not on Instagram or missed it or whatever. So these cards, if you don't know the backstory, I'm going to the NCKP conference, which is just outside Chicago, in like a week and a half or something. Almost 2 weeks. But we are, for the first time, we're going to have an exhibit booth there. So we're going to have a vibrant music booth. It's very exciting. And this was my opportunity, as I saw it, to get some fabulous game cards printed, like professionally printed, proper game cards of some of our favorite games, so that we can have like those durable versions that aren't printed out by you at home but are really durable. Good morning, Chris. Okay, so here they are. Here's the ones we have. So I printed out the 4 rhythm vocab packs. So we've let rhythm vocab level 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so these are cards where you just have 1 bar of rhythm on each card, and I'll show you inside that pack in 1 second. And then we have 4 different games as well. So Nimble Neighbors, these are basically my favorites, / team favorites / VMT favorites. Nimble Neighbors, and we have Lock and Key, and Swiss Swap, and Lions, Tigers, and Bears. So sort of in order of difficulty, Lions, Tigers, and Bears is a great beginner one. It's a pack that includes Lions, Tigers, and Bears, and each one is a different thing. So one is the notes on the staff, and then another animal is all the letters to match with those, and another animal is all the piano keys. So you can play with any 2 sets of those, and you can play matching games and pair games and all that kind of stuff. All the instructions are on a card inside. And then the next hardest out of these would probably be Nimble Neighbors. So this is all about intervals of a second to a fifth. So much fun. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and it's simple, but it's just so effective for getting students to recognize intervals at speed. So I absolutely love Nimble Neighbors. And then we have Swiss Swap. So this one is about tones and semitones, or whole and half steps. And the American terms, whole and half step, are used on the instruction card, but you can use them in any location because the student doesn't need to use the words that are used on the instruction card, right? That's just for the teacher. So if you normally say tone, you can deal with it reading it and it's saying whole step. It's not going to affect how your students play it. But these are on the staff, and you have to play sort of like Uno, not really, sort of like Uno, something like that, where you have to put down, a semitone, whole step, a half step, or an enharmonic note. And then there's special face cards as well in there. And then there's Lock and Key. This one has been such a favourite of mine in the last couple of years, where I've had intermediate students in buddy lessons who really just need to get themselves sorted with all the key signatures and their relative keys. This is amazing for that. Super fun. So those are all our cards. I'll just show you inside one of them. These are in the Colourful Keys store. They're not in the prize because they came in after the prize existed. But I want to preview them here for you anyway. So every pack has like an instruction card to tell you exactly how to play, so it's easy. And there's also a link on the back where you can go to a video where I explain it. So if you prefer a video, or if you lose your instruction card, as long as you have your box, you'll know where the instruction video is. So these are Rhythm Vocab Level 1, and they're just very simple cards with one rhythm in each. But these cards are really beautiful quality. Like, they're really nice and thick and obviously lovely and smooth because they're laminated to flip through and everything. So that's my exciting news. Those are in, as I say, the Colourful Keys store. And yeah, we've already been sending out orders of them. We've got plenty more, so if you fancy a set of those, you can buy them in the Colourful Keys store. Or if I am going to see you at the NCKB conference in Chicago next week, the week after next, sorry, then you can wait and buy them there. It's going to be awesome. Okay, let's go through this prize pack. Welcome Anna and Tanya and Elizabeth, Lisa, sorry. Hadn't said hello to you yet. I hope you're doing great. Sharon is doing the great piano puzzle. Yeah, I call it my puzzle too. My husband, this is last week when it was kind of, I had all the registration forms, so I was ready to start trying to do the puzzle. And my husband walked into the room and he said, "Oh, you're doing your puzzle?" Straight away. So yeah, that's what it's affectionately called over here too. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I love them. They're beautiful. Okay, the prize. Let's go through what's in it, and then I'm going to announce the winner. So, starting with the loudest part, excuse the rustling, but we've got our pom-poms. One lucky person's going to win all of this. We've got Large Steve, as I call him, the lobster. We've got a flamingo, of course. Have you seen this guy before? He's super fun. And then we've got our colourful scarves. Excuse the rustling again. These are all beautiful scarves for dancing and doing movement with. They're awesome. Then we've got some books. So we've got Practice Pie, which is my most recent one. Playful Preschool Piano Teaching. I'm going in reverse chronological order. I didn't intend it that way. Rhythm in 5. And the Piano Practice Physician's Handbook. All of those. This prize is ridiculous. Post-it flags, because what's more useful than a post-it flag? The awesome little metronome. It's great to have an analog metronome. I know I still use an app like a lot of the time, but I like having that on my shelf because sometimes a visual aid is really helpful. It's also just beautiful decoration in one way. These are erasers. They're little animal erasers. Just open the box so I can show you one. These are tiny little ones. So these are great for, you can use them for game tokens. Well, that's not an animal, but most of them are. There you go, little face. You can use them for game tokens, but you can also use them for putting on the keys and other things like that, and markers, because they're really small ones. So those are super handy. Then we've got the big guy. How awesome is this? This is a Flip Essential Bluetooth speaker. I did my research. This is the best, one of the best quality Bluetooth speakers. Great reviews. Awesome for having. So if you're not sure why you'd want a Bluetooth speaker, I'm sure you've noticed that your phone speaker, the inbuilt one, is terrible. Yes, it's horrible to listen to. So if you are travel teaching, or you're just like moving around your house and listening to things yourself, or for in your music room, if you want to have a speaker on your piano or in the shelves beside your piano, it's really easy then to just pull up the backing track on your phone and play it through the speaker. Very handy and much better quality. Okay, and then we have birthday cards. Made these a few years ago. They're just little punny jokes with composer doodles on them. Great for students' birthdays or some other occasions. They're not all specifically birthday. Friction markers. We all love a friction pen, but more recently they've created these markers. They come in these gorgeous colors. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. A phone die, because of course I feel like I'm saying that about everything, but seriously, how could you not have a foam die? So what I love a foam die for in my studio is anytime I want to randomize anything or play a game with any kind of game, I will often use a foam die so that the student has to like throw it and then go get it. So they're going back and forth from the piano or from a games table just to get more movement in. And it makes it so much more fun and interactive for randomization. Okay, then we're into the piano books. Still with me? So much stuff. Okay, we've got Piano Safari level 3. I'm gonna run out of space soon. Level 1, not in order. And level 2. And these are the full pack, so these include the 2 books and the sight reading cards. Incredible. Oh, I'll throw one more non-book in there. My little post-its. Those are the perfect size for putting on top of a bar or a measure of music in beginner music where the notation's a bit bigger. Okay, then the books. So, let's see if I can get a chunk of them ready. This is gonna fall. I know you can't see it, but it's gonna fall. Okay, I'm gonna hold it. Playtime Piano Rock and Roll. We've got Big Time Piano Jazz and Blues. Fun Time Hits. Chord Time Popular. Showtime Disney. Beautiful. So those are the it's officially the pre-time to big time series, but I don't use pre-time in my studio. I just don't think it's always the most convincing sounding for the melody, so it's better to wait until a student can play the playtime level, which is level 1 of Faber. That's what it correlates with. So they come with teacher duets at that level, and then as the levels progress, they're just student solos. They're just great arrangements, just wonderful arrangements, really good supplemental books. As is this one of my favourite books, Safari. This is by June Armstrong. We did this a few years ago in our concert in a really fun way. So I got lots of our beginner students to learn one of these pieces each. A lot of them were really good for teaching by rote. They all learned one piece each, and then we played it kind of as a set. And I told the audience not to clap in between, so we treated it like multiple movements, because it starts with African Dawn and then it goes and visits lots of animals on safari, and it ends with the night sky with stars at the end of the book, so it's like a day on safari. Absolutely gorgeous. Recommend getting it even if you don't win. Then we've got a couple of Brock charts. So we've got Five Finger Rock, book 2, and Five Finger Pop, book 1. Few Jennifer Eklunds as well. New Horizons, gorgeous, like moody, cinematic kind of music. Dog Days, where each one is about something to do with her lovely collie dogs, which is awesome. Spotlight Solos Plus, and I got Spotlight Solos Volume 2 as well, and Volume 1. 3 different Spotlight Solos books. Those are gorgeous pop style pieces if you haven't come across them before. And then we have Pronto Pizzazz. This is duets for teacher and student, and it starts like very beginner and goes up to kind of late beginner. So really good to mix in with your students. A few more goodies, then we're nearly there. So we've got some stickers with little puns on them. So far so good. Anyone? Yes? My favourite kind of sticker. And we have these mini whiteboards, so they're just dry erase boards and really great for handing to students, for them to, you know, compose little melodies, notate rhythms, all that good stuff. We've got 4 of those in there. And one last item. Sorry for all the noise. It's impossible to do this without any noise. Is a Lollipop Drum! That's the last one. So, this was Christina Whitlock gave, well, a lot of people gave this joint presentation about their favourite tools, and this was the one she chose for hers at the conference I was at, MTNA, in March. And she chose that Lollipop Drum, and she gave examples of how she used it. What I loved most about it is that even if you hit it really hard, the tone is like not terrible. So if you know, you know. Sometimes students can get overzealous with drums, and those of us with sensitive ears find it pretty tough, and we want to be like, yeah, I know you're having fun, but play nicer. So Lollipop Drum is great because it doesn't make a horrible sound, even if you whack it. And the thing Christina mentioned, which I also love, is that it has that handle, right? So if you have a student who you know is going to kind of go a bit nuts with it, you can hold the handle and they do the drumming, and then you just take it away when you don't want them drumming right now, and then you give it back to them when you do want them. Right? Amazing. Give me 1 second there. Okay, sorry about that random interruption. My camera might turn off, and in which case we'll go to the webcam and we'll figure it out. So don't worry. But maybe I fixed it. We'll see. Okay, it is pretty ridiculous. The lollipop is super cool. I agree, and it is pretty crazy. Piano teacher's Christmas morning. Yeah, piano teacher's dream. I hope that was the goal with this. I kept adding stuff to it because I was like, oh, and this and this and this. So it's incredible. Okay. We ready to find out the lucky winner? Okay, here we go. Here comes the winner of the Proposterous Piano Teaching Pack. The winner is Emma Ruthven! I haven't seen Emma in the chat, but congratulations to Emma. So we're going to be emailing Emma later on and letting her know that she has won the pack, as well as, of course, VMT membership for 1 year. So Emma is already a member. So that means we're going to add 1 year of free membership to her subscription. And she won't have to pay us anything for a whole year, which is awesome. It looked like, I think Emma joined us like right at the start of the pandemic. I didn't look at the exact date, but I think Emma's been with us since then. So it's awesome to be able to give this back to her. I didn't pick and choose or anything. This was randomly drawn through our contest software, but I'm delighted to be able to give it to Emma, and it's going to be wrapped up and winging its way over to the UK to her. So congratulations, Emma! I'm so delighted that we were able to give this away, that we were able to do this, and I hope you all had fun with it. Even if you didn't win, I hope it was a bit of fun, and maybe gave you some ideas for tools. If there were things in there you were like, oh, I would love to get that. Each item in isolation, it depends on the thing, but each item in isolation is kind of affordable. So if there's one thing that really inspired you, then you can go out and grab it for yourself. But all together, it made a Proposterous prize. And yeah, I hope it brought some fun to your summer. So it's been great to catch up with you all. I'm going to quickly grab the link for our shop where the cards are, in case any of you want to go and check it out right away. And yeah, if you want to check out the membership, you know it's at vibrantmusicteaching.com. There we go. vibrantmusicteaching.com. If you aren't a member and you didn't get to win the prize today, I hope you'll go over there and check that out. So, just grabbing the shop link for the games cards. ... Thank you. There those are, in case you want to check them out. If you are going to be at NCKP and you haven't already filled in my little form that I sent through email, please fill it in. I'd love for you to come to our little coffee meetup and chat. And if you're not able to make it to Chicago, absolutely fine. No worries. There's plenty of training online for you inside the membership, and we'll catch up another time, I'm sure. Happy to answer that before I go, Emily. So this is, show you again, the JBL, that's the brand over there, and it's called Flip Essential. This is Flip Essential 2, but both are supposed to be good, so if you can pick up either of those. They're supposed to be good ones. They're waterproof, as you can see, not that we need that part, but they generally had the best reviews, and didn't seem to be just like overwhelmingly bassy like a lot of the Bluetooth speakers are. Like they just compensate for their terrible sound with just a whopping bass. and that's not what we want. So this one didn't seem to do that. So that was the idea. Yeah, hope that helps. Thank you all for joining me for this little announcement, and I will see you all soon.